Up until I was 23, I kind of was living kind of a fast life, partying a lot, doing drugs, screwing up, wasting money. I kind of cleaned up my act, sobered up a little bit, lost my money, and since then it's been a growing period. I actually live with my girlfriend back home. That's actually been concerning me, you know, because there's some beautiful people here, and it's gonna challenge me, man. Because I do love my girlfriend, man. I really do.
I would definitely keep Matty in my alliance. He's athletic, and he's not going to do me any harm. I don't think he's going to betray me. So I think I'd take Matty till the end. If Matty's pulling the wool, Matty could win.
Every season of Survivor is a story. There are main characters, sidekicks, comic reliefs, and villains. A good season of Survivor tells a compelling story with characters you love and characters you hate, in hopes that it all ends in a satisfying conclusion. Each story that we look at together will go through one character's journey from beginning to end while analyzing every character moment and strategic move to determine whether they were a hero or a villain and whether they were a good or bad strategist. And with that, welcome to Once Upon an Island. For reference, we are only observing what the TV show is showing us and what stories being told through the show. No future seasons are going to be mentioned, but I may include secret scenes and behind the scenes footage to flesh out the story being told, and all character moments and strategic moves are interpreted with the mindset of what the story is trying to tell us. And now with that,
39 days, 18 people, 1 survivor.
Here we are in Africa, again, for the second time ever, but the first time in Gabon. Matty is a 29-year-old personal trainer from California, and he is in for a season no one will ever forget. He lands on the Fong tribe, and both tribes are given their first reward opportunity. That reward is for corn and beans. Nice feast. The first tribe to race up that hill and wins gets those corn and beans, and the first person from each tribe who gets up there also gets individual immunity at the next tribal council. So they take off and
go. What are they gonna do?
GC's out in front. Jillian bringing up the rear. Fong quickly falling behind. Matty and Dan now going back to help their tribe. The rest of Fong lagging behind.
I really don't think that the Fong tribe really is that smart. I was the last one picked, and I was the first girl up there, so they can kiss my ass.
Coda with a big lead heading for that food.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Susie, Jillian, Crystal really struggling for Fong. Matty just trying to get his tribe to the top.
I think we're screwed in a lot of physical challenges because Jillian is going to be a huge load to carry. She's a slow-moving human being.
Coda wins the extra food. Bag of corn and beans.
I know I can run, but climbing that hill was so hard. I had on a dress, and on top of that, my tennis shoes weigh at least 10 pounds.
right away we see Matty going out of his way to help others to the detriment of his own individual safety in this game. But my goodness, why can't the Olympic runner Crystal run? Could it be she actually did performance-enhancing drugs to win the gold and didn't get busted for this until after Survivor Gabon was filmed? It's only a Google search away. Anyways, their tribe lands at their camp and Jillian is obsessed with elephant dung. She has to have it. Why? Well, apparently there's some sort of nutritional value in it. I don't know, but what I do know is I would not be seeking out the elephant dung. That night, it is hard to sleep as elephants, probably laying some dung, roam past their camp, and as Randy goes out to look, he smacks his head on the shelter and needs medical to come out and stitch him up. Holy elephant dung, this tribe is a mess. So much so that at the immunity challenge, they fall so far behind that Jeff Probst, the host of the show, tells them, yeah, you might as well stop cheering for your tribe. Oh my gosh, that's how bad they're losing. It's pretty harsh. Back at camp, despite Jillian being bad for them in every challenge, Matty proposes they vote off Michelle. Now, why would he propose voting off her?
I think you're on the outs right now.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we're the only
That's
two.
so funny, because that would just like confirm my beliefs in this tribe that they're like the dumbest people on earth.
you don't talk to anybody besides me, so they do think
They're all retarded. Like,
I know.
G-Sizzle resting on his back, digging with one hand.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I took a break. If that was the reason we lost, I'm sorry, but I mean...
Well, it wasn't the reason we won, because we're sitting here.
You can't go 100% of the time.
That's what a challenge is. That's what a race is. You don't stop till the job is done.
I'm for Pete's sake, then why didn't you step up at that point and just get right on it?
I didn't stop digging.
But you should have verbalized
yelled at everybody to keep digging.
Just
thought it's common sense that, you know, when we're in a race that you don't stop until we're done or we win.
That is why, and sure enough, Michelle is voted off. The next evening, everyone wakes up and starts talking. In the middle of the night, just screwing up their entire sleep schedule. And as you can guess it, this does not help them as they lose immunity. Can Fong catch a break? So this time they agree it has to be Jillian who goes. So they all voted tribal and...
Jillian, the tribe has spoken.
Do you want to tell me what videos I should make? Well, the patrons on Patreon pick 3 videos or more per month for me to make, and you can too. You also get to watch everything I make up to 6 months early and join our Survivor Fantasy League. If you're interested, then there is a link in the description. Thank you for your support. Now with that, Episode 2 starts, and apparently Fong has been eating 3 meals a day. Now, if you've never seen Survivor, that is an insane amount of food. That is so bad. You don't do that on this show. Fong has been making so much that they've actually been throwing some of it away. And now they're over halfway through their rice supply. And it is day 7 out of 39. Brilliant. Can it get any worse? Well, they can't even enjoy a dip in the water due to leeches. And Matty is missing his girlfriend so very much that he kind of makes everyone sing a song about her.
You guys want to sing Jamie's a Jolly Good Woman? I missed her birthday. I gotta do
You gotta
something.
sing to her, man.
Is that cool?
I like Matty. He just is a cool kid. He's reminds me a lot of my little brother, but sometimes I think Matty seems a little insecure.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jamie's a jolly good woman. Jamie's a jolly good woman. Jamie's a jolly good woman. Nobody can deny. We love you, Jamie. Being out here, it's even solidified it more that I love my girlfriend, and that's what I'm doing this for.
I would feel so awkward if some dude wanted me to sing a song about his girlfriend who I have never met. Yikes. That wasn't a secret scene, but this story progresses over the course of the season and I feel like it needed to be included. I think Susie might be onto something though about Matty being insecure. I think she has a good read here. Matty and Crystal win their team reward, and believe it or not, their tribe wins immunity. Maybe things are turning around for them. The very next episode sees their rice supply dwindling even further and further, and people are like, yeah, I'm not willing to eat 1 meal a day. At this rate, there's gonna be no meals a day if you guys don't cut it out. But then we get a tribe swap. Matty stays on Fong with GC, Crystal, and Kenny, along with some Coda members, and back at camp, he makes a ring to propose to his girlfriend with.
This is by far the hardest thing I've ever done, but my whole driving force out here is Jamie. She's my girlfriend. So I'm trying to make some sort of ring type thing. It's just something to keep myself reminded of her. Because of her, I want to finish this out to the end. I'm in a terrible position, and I feel like I've been in a bad position the moment this game started with Fong. If somebody approaches me with a legitimate, logical, reasonable plan that might work, for sure I'm on board, man. I am jumping on board and I'm flying with it.
Dang, this dude must really love her. That is one thing we see about Matty time and time again, is that he's very passionate and expressive. It's almost impossible to not know what he's thinking. They then lose immunity due to everyone, but especially due to Matty at goalie. And back at camp, they agree, we must vote off Jackie, an old Coda member, though Matty wants Kelly out, another old Coda member, since she is super negative, kind of like Michelle. So they all vote off Jackie. Yeah, episode 4 sees an elephant by their camp, but this time, it's in the middle of the day.
Everybody come here, everybody come here, be quiet. Right there, right at the bodies. See him? This friggin' elephant in the jungle. It's here in our camp, and it's among us all day, because we hear him all day, but you can't necessarily see him all the time. And to actually see one and put the face to the noise, it's magnificent. You guys want to take the kayak over there?
No, I'll do it. Good luck, guy.
Seeing that elephant today really made me step out of the game for a second. And it just makes you appreciate the simplicity of life and the pure things. And it makes you appreciate Gabon.
What an incredible sight to behold in person, but that positivity doesn't last for too long as they lose reward, and back at camp, GC and Crystal fight over eating rice, and then GC just like disappears. What do I mean by disappears? I mean 5 minutes before the immunity challenge, GC gets in his boat and paddles off. I mean, it's the tribe boat, it's not his boat, it's the tribe boat, and he just paddles off. It literally takes production off screen going and getting him because they don't show it on the show. He doesn't come back on his own. They have to go get him. They then lose immunity, and back at camp, GC says, I am ready to leave this game. What? No way. I would never have guessed that based on how you tried to run away in the middle of Gabon. Not the guy, not this guy. No, not GC. But then in a plot twist, Crystal digs through Sugar's bag and finds that she has the hidden immunity idol, which Sugar can use at any tribal council to save herself from the vote, making her quite dangerous in this game. Matty sees Crystal doing this and doesn't say a word, doesn't even try to stop it. So they all voted tribal, and
GC, it's just not working out for you anymore here, so it's time for you to go, buddy.
5th person voted out of Survivor Gabon. GC. GC, tribe has spoken.
Episode 5 sees Ace, who by the way has a very questionable British accent. Like, many people question whether it's even real, but that's for another time. He makes a deal with Matty. They ride or die to the end. Matty promises this deal on his girlfriend, and he means it. Quite risky. For some, this would be whatever, like making this like, I swear on my girlfriend promise. That doesn't mean anything to some people, but to Matty, it means everything, and we know how serious he is about his girlfriend. Their tribe then loses immunity and reward thanks to Ace, and back at camp, Ace and Matty agree to vote off Kenny. Kenny then proposes to Matty that they vote off Ace instead. Matty says, dude, I can't do that. I swore on my girlfriend I wouldn't vote off Ace. Wow, how quickly that bit him in the butt, literally in the same episode. So we go to tribal council where...
I never said she was weak, but when somebody cries, it's just like, why are you crying? Clearly something's like, you're just not stable.
You don't know where my tears come from. Yeah, I'm hurt because we're losing. We're not eating. We're not winning. And if you don't understand that, you won't last too much longer in this game yourself.
Okay, well, I didn't say that you were weak, so you could take what you want.
Now, Kelly didn't say you were weak. Kelly said you were unstable.
Yeah, that's worse.
She didn't explain to us why she was crying. I asked her after that if she was okay. She told me because
you don't have to
my
explain.
pride.
It's understood. And sometimes you don't have to have stuff written out in black and white. I'm not crying over no daggone Danishes. Okay? Really, it gets frustrating, Kelly. It really does. We've been down and out from day one.
Can't this tribe just get along? Kelly is voted out, and in episode 6, the Fong tribe is now down to mere handfuls of rice. Handfuls of rice, I say, and Crystal, she accidentally spills what they have on the ground. Holy freaking elephant dung. Matty is mad, and I would be as well. And Matty, he's over Crystal.
Rice is more valuable than gold, and she just clumsily trips over it and spills it. I wanted to just lay into her and chew her out, but it's just pointless. You can't cry over spilled milk, you know, it's just too late.
They then lose reward on a running challenge. Seriously, how is the gold medal Olympian this bad at challenges? Steroids. I mean, I said that earlier, steroids, but still, this bad? Matty and Ace then agree to vote off Crystal, and as it turns out, this episode's big twist is that both tribes are going to tribal council no matter what. Well. So, they all voted tribal, and...
She spills the rice, and nobody goes, God, Crystal, what are you doing? Nobody,
but your face just said it all.
Just simmer down.
Your face said it all.
My face says it all. Nobody says a word to her.
Because they knew it was on accident.
Exactly.
I didn't purposely go over to the rice box
let me get to my
and
point.
just throw the rice
to my
down.
Point?
Get to your point, and then I'll talk.
So then we look past it. We move past that issue.
Crystal made a mistake. That's common. The whole part of us feeling angry at her, what I thought was a bit concocted in her own head.
Now I'm delusional. I can see it on your face, Ace, okay? Don't look at me like that. And then they started to eat. Oh, Crystal, come on and eat. No, I spilled some of the rice, so I will go without, and that's what I did, and that's why I did
Nobody
it.
asked you to, Crystal.
It's not like you saved me any anyways, so you still ate it.
I asked you 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, if you cared enough, you would have saved me some anyways.
Crystal, I've been waiting for this day for so long, and I'm so happy it's here.
First vote. Ace. Ace. Crystal. We're tied. 7th person voted out of Survivor Gabon. Ace. Ace, the tribe has spoken.
Good luck, guys.
Sugar flipped. She flipped thinking that Ace was going to get her out of the game because Kenny tricked her. That's right, Kenny lied to Sugar and got her to flip on Ace. It's garbage. And now Matty, he's at the bottom all by himself. One more tribal council on Fong would do Matty in, but then it happens. Both tribes get to meet on the beach for a feast. Is this the merge? Awesome. Randy finds an idol during said feast and heroically chucks it into the ocean so that no one, not even himself, can have it. And in a massive plot twist, there is no merge. The tribes are here to stay and Matty is still on Fong. Freaking elephant dung. Back at camp, Matty talks to Sugar and says, hey, Kenny lied to you to trick you. And Sugar goes, oh my gosh, Matty's right. And she feels hurt by Kenny's betrayal. But get this, Randy, Charlie, and Corinne all say, hey, next immunity challenge, we're throwing it. We cannot let Marcus get voted off on the other tribe. He's our leader. We gotta get out Matty instead. Oh no. So we go to the immunity challenge where thankfully it's an individual one of sorts as they compete and
This challenge is officially underway. And after 1 second, Crystal is out. Last person left in this challenge wins immunity for their entire tribe. This is all about mind over matter. It is gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt quickly. We have a showdown. Matty, the last Fong member remaining, and Bob, the last Coda member remaining.
Ain't no thing, Bobby boy.
Lock it out.
Matty's been shaking for a while, Bob. Stick it up.
Matty's gonna be laughing his way right to tribal council. That pole is right on the edge. Both poles on the edge of the board for Matty. Matty flirting with disaster. Bob drops his pole. Matty wins immunity for the Fong tribe.
he did it. He saved himself. Also, did you see Crystal drop after 2 seconds? Gold medal Olympian, people. But now it is day 25. Can you believe that for those who watch Modern Survivor? It is day 25 and Matty is desperately wanting a merge. Get this, as the other tribe arrives at the reward challenge, Marcus was indeed voted off and Matty's face says it all. He saved himself and as a result caused the leader of the other group to be voted off. But now, can they do it? Can Fong win reward?
Just drop it. Way out here, Charlie. What farther. Matty, don't pull it back. Just set it forward and drop it.
Wait.
A lot of discussion. They are right on the hole. How can they blow it?
Can I do it?
No, I got it. No, you can't do it.
Matty, please.
Randy, you're not
Simmer
going to
down,
do it.
Randy.
Just drop it. No tension on the cord at all. Right now, just drop it.
I got it,
There should
man.
be no tension on
I
it.
know, buddy.
Then drop it. Let's go home.
Randy.
Bang, one big happy tribe, obviously. Bang with the win for reward.
Randy is a jerk. If that clip didn't make it apparent, Randy is a jerk. He has been one all season and he will continue to be one the rest of the season. It's entertaining for us, but I gotta imagine that's frustrating for those in the game. Randy says what Matty just pulled there by not listening to me during the challenge, it was ugly. It was? But now it is time. They finally merge for real this time. Matty needed this merge bad, otherwise his game was done. Susie wins immunity and back at the new merge camp, it is clear Crystal, Kenny, Susie, and Matty make an alliance to vote off Corinne and Charlie. Awesome. So Charlie is indeed voted off, and in episode 9, the notorious jerk Randy shows a soft spot with Matty. As it turns out, despite seeming to hate absolutely everyone in the game, Randy, he likes Matty. Nice. But then we go to the Survivor auction where Randy buys a plate of cookies. Jeff says everyone has to get a cookie, Randy, or at least you have to offer everyone a cookie. Sugar says, no, I don't want a cookie, I'm good. So Randy gives everyone else a cookie. And then Sugar takes the last cookie off the plate and then just gives it to Matty, leaving Randy with no cookies and Matty with 2. And Randy is ticked at Sugar, not at Matty. He's ticked at Sugar. Their feud is so petty, it's ridiculous, as you saw in their Randy versus Sugar video. It's insane. So we go back to camp and Matty thanks Sugar for the extra cookie. And Randy goes, "Why are you thanking Sugar? I bought the cookies." She just stole it. And Matty tells Randy to drop the attitude, but Randy, he will not.
Okay, we got to keep 5 of us strong, right?
Yeah.
Randy, obviously, it's a no-brainer. He set himself up. He's made his own coffin. But Bob should go next just to get him out of the loop so he doesn't win immunities and R5s him up. Randy's not going to win any challenges. Corinne's not going to win any challenges. Bringing them into the final 6, final 7 is way safer for us. I think Bob should go next.
I'm noticing now that Matty is really playing the game and that he is trying to take control and that he is a physical threat and he's trying to get rid of Bob, who's the other physical threat, and hang on to Randy for some reason. Is he going to join up with Randy because he's wisening up and know that it's smart to have a jerk at the end?
Matty is right. Randy is a goat who can't win any challenges and will not win the game. But so far, outside of the Marcus vote, it kind of seems like there's not a lot of good gameplay going on. Mostly just bickering and fighting amongst a group of people who genuinely seem to not like each other at all. Kenny wins immunity. Randy gets an idol from Bob and plans on playing it at the next tribal to save himself. But what Randy doesn't know, and that we as an audience do know, is that Bob's idol is fake. He made a fake idol and he gave it to Randy. But why did he do that? It's because Sugar conjured up a plan to have Randy be tricked, as if taking his cookie wasn't enough. So will it work? Well,
I'm voting you, Susie, because payback's a bitch.
This vote is not strategic. It's strictly personal.
You are a disgusting, old, hot-headed, chauvinistic, alcoholic, bigot, and you need to grow up before you die alone. Loser.
You have made my life hell from day one. To get you, go home, goodbye.
If anybody has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. This is not a hidden immunity idol.
Randy is an ass, and I loathe him with every inch of my being.
First vote, Randy. Susie. Randy. Susie. That's 3 votes, Susie. Randy. Randy. 11th person voted out of Survivor Gabon and the 3rd member of our jury. Randy. Randy, tribe has spoken.
Forget you, go home, goodbye. Absolutely brilliant. This entire tribal council is just brilliant. A top 3 tribal for me of all time. We then get the loved ones reward, which Matty loses, and Bob wins, where he gets to spend time with his wife. How nice, but sadly, no payoff to the Matty is obsessed with his girlfriend storyline. Well, that is until...
Oh my God.
I've always been kind of weak and I've always wanted to avoid tough things in life, you know, like settling down and being an adult, you know, and that's what I realized out here. I got to face up to my fears and grow up, and I didn't want to let another day pass and me not let Jamie know how much she means to me and how much I value her. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I want to do the same, baby. I want to do the same. We will, baby, we will.
I just want to know right now, I really want you to be my wife. And I want to marry you, and I want you to be my wife. And I made this for you. Will you be my wife?
Yes, baby. Yes, yes.
I'm not joking around or joking. I really love you. I'm joking you. Okay, let me put it on really fast.
I love you.
Wow, they got engaged, and yes, they do get married after the season is over. Nice. We then learn that Corinne wants to vote off Matty. That's not nice. Why would you do that? What did he do this time? But Matty, he says, forget Corinne. We got to get out Bob. Bob could dominate challenges. And sure enough, Bob wins immunity. The reality is that if Bob goes, Matty basically has no competition when it comes to physical challenges. Despite Bob's age, he's kind of a force to be reckoned with, believe it or not. So they all vote at tribal council and...
First vote, Matty. Corinne. 1 vote Matty, 1 vote Corinne. Matty. 2 votes Matty. Matty. Corinne. 2 votes Corinne. Corinne. That's 3 votes Corinne. 12th person voted out of Survivor Gabon and the 4th member of our jury. Corinne. Corinne, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Here's the deal. Kenny was trying to pull off a backstab. He was trying to get out Matty when he's supposed to vote for Corinne, and now Matty is rightfully upset. And Crystal says, shoot, I wish I voted with Kenny to get Matty out now. Why? When did Matty become the big threat? She says if Matty loses immunity, he is gone. Dang. What's worse is that it looks like Sugar is on board with this plan with getting Matty out of the game, which means he needs to win out on immunities or he is dead. Bob then wins reward, and back at camp.
You can look me in the eye and say you don't trust it.
I don't trust you.
You're lying.
What?
You've changed, and it's not for the good. But if you put me and Kenny over, karma is a bitch.
Why you get mad at me? I didn't do anything.
Because me and Kenny have been there for you from day one.
What do you mean? What do you want? What do you want?
I don't want anything. I don't want anything
from you.
I don't want anything from you.
I have no idea what's happening right now. Crystal is going off on Matty for no reason, and I've already seen Kenny go off on Matty, and Matty doesn't deserve to be yelled at. Kenny acts like he's this weak little meager guy, and he spends all these lies, and Crystal is just a big bully.
Why would they kick you when you're down? It feels like they're just going off on you when you know you're going. But you're not going.
Why don't I just,
You're not gonna go.
By hook or by crook, Matty might be safe now. Bob wins immunity, again, exactly as Matty predicted. And Kenny says, guys, I'm going to trick Bob into giving up his immunity necklace so I can vote him out. Sugar doesn't like this, warns Bob. And Bob tells Kenny, get out of town with your nonsense. I'm not giving you my immunity necklace. So they all vote and...
Matty, take this cursed thing away.
The rules of Survivor state that if somebody plays a hidden immunity idol, then any votes cast against that person will not count. The person with the next highest number of votes will be voted out. This is indeed a hidden immunity idol. First vote, Matty, does not count. Matty, does not count. Crystal, 1 vote for Crystal. Crystal, 13th person voted out and the 5th member of our jury. Crystal. Crystal, tribe has spoken.
Here we are, final 5. It is now episode 13, and Bob wins immunity a 3rd time. That's 5 challenge wins, 3 of them for immunity. My goodness, there's now only 1 immunity challenge left to beat him in, and frankly, Bob at the moment has a good shot to win that as well, and then win this game at the rate we are going. Susie talks to Matty and says, hey, who's being voted off tonight? Matty says, I don't know. Now everyone, we're at the final 5. Bob has immunity. Matty can't nor would he vote himself off. So it has to be Sugar, who just gave Matty the idol, so no way. Or Kenny, right? Because he's not gonna tell Susie to her face. This ain't hard, and it seems dishonest to tell Susie he has no idea. Well, unless he actually has no idea, but nothing indicates that. Matty ain't an idiot. So they all vote at tribal, and...
Kenny, your game is no longer effective. Your time in Gabon is over.
14th person voted out and the 6th member of our jury. Kenny. Kenny, tribe has spoken.
Here we are at the final 4. If Matty survives the next vote, his chances at winning this game are pretty good. Susie tells Matty that if she wins immunity, Bob has to go. That is the general consensus. Anyone but Bob needs to win immunity. So as it turns out, Susie does the unthinkable and beats Bob. Not Matty, but Susie. What are the odds? How does the super fit physical trainer Matty at 29 years old never win 1 individual immunity? I have no idea. But back at camp, Sugar seems to not think that Bob should go. In fact, she says, Matty's like my brother, and Bob, he's like my father. It's hard for me to pick between the two. Holy elephant dung, is Sugar really gonna do this? So yeah, indeed, they do have a 2-2 tie vote, and it all comes down to a fire-making competition.
First person to build a flame high enough that lasts long enough to burn through the rope stays in this game, joins Susie and Sugar at the final tribal council. This challenge is on. getting a lot of spark, but no flame yet. Bob, first to get fire. Bob and Matty fighting for a spot at that final tribal council and a chance to plead their case for $1 million. Bob's got an inferno going right now. Bob has burned through the rope. Bob has won this challenge. Bob is moving on to the final and will have a shot at winning this game and the $1 million. Matty, tribe has spoken. Time to go.
So let's break this down. How is Matty as a character and as a strategist? Despite how memorable he is to so many people, including myself, Matty is a positive, eccentric side character on a chaotic mess of a season that really doesn't have Matty doing much of the chaos. There's a lot of chaos happening. Matty not really involved with most of it. He's just there for a lot of it. I was genuinely surprised by this going back and doing his story video. I'm like, oh yeah, Matty is not really drama centric. There's a lot of drama and it's not Matty. Instead, Matty has a lot of little moments instead that stick in your brain and go, oh yeah, I like Matty. He's a cool dude. He should have been asked back. And I agree, he should have been on the ballot for season 31 when players were seeking a second chance at Survivor, because I think Matty was one tribal from winning this whole thing. If he beats Bob and Fire, I think Matty pulls this off and wins the whole game. So out of 12 character moments shown on the show, 8 were heroic and 4 were villainous, making Matty a hero on Survivor Gabon. And out of 30 strategic moments shown on the show, 19 were smart and 11 were dumb, making Matty a smart strategist on Survivor Gabon. Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.